Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel Easy Study. I am Divya. Today's session is about mergers versus acquisition and reasons for merger and acquisition. To brief you out about today's session, we are going to discuss what are mergers, type of mergers, example for a merger, the differences between mergers and acquisitions, what are acquisitions, what types of acquisition, and examples for acquisition, and the reasons for merging and acquisition. Let's go ahead. Yeah. What is merger versus acquisition? So, to know about what is merger and acquisition, we should know about the difference between merger and acquisition. We should know what is merger and what is acquisition. So, let's go find out what it is about. What merger? Merger is an agreement that unites two existing companies into one new company. That means there are two different companies. For example, company A, company B. Company A and Company B get together to form a single company called Company C. This is called merger. Two different companies come together and form another new company called Company C. That is merger. It's a mutual agreement between both the companies and they form it as one single company. So in mergers, we have four different mergers: horizontal merger, vertical merger, conglomerate merger, and concentric merger. Horizontal merger is nothing but when two companies come together with similar product line. Basically, company A and company B both are dealing with FMCG. That means company A is into FMCG, company B is also into FMCG. They're forming together another company which is again into FMCG. They are from same product line. Whereas vertical merger is nothing but both the companies are from the same product line, but they are the supply chain is different. The company A is from dealing cosmetics, company B is also dealing cosmetics. They formed company C, but the supply chain was different earlier. Now they are forming another company. That's the difference between horizontal and vertical. That they are earlier in horizontal, the supply chain was the same, whereas in vertical, the supply chain between both the companies were different. But now they're forming together a new company. They're merging together. That is vertical merger. What is conglomerate merger? Conglomerate merger is when two different companies in different industries join forces and overtakes one single company in order to broaden the range of services and products. For example, company A is dealing with cosmetics, whereas company B is into FMCG products. They both are into different industries, but they come together and form company C so that they can expand their product line cycle. Earlier, company A was into cosmetics only, and company B was only in FMCG. Now they're coming together and they're forming company C, which is having both FMCG as well as cosmetics. That is conglomerate merger. Next is concentric merger. In some cases, two companies will share customers but provide different services. An example would be Sony. They manufacture DVDs, whereas Columbia Pictures in 1999 they show movies. So Sony's and Columbia Pictures come together and they provide a service. Concentric merger is when they provide two different services. For example, company they are into providing music. For example, company B they are into movie industries. They show movies, they telecast movies and other display units. So both company A and company B to get together, they mix that thing and they produce it as one service. Instead of two different services, they get together and give you a one single service. That is concentric merger. Examples of mergers and in India especially, we know Vodafone India were merged with India Secular, where and Bank of Baroda with Vijaya Bank and Dena Bank. These are the famous mergers of Indian companies. Next, what is acquisition? An acquisition is a corporate action in which one company purchases most or all another company's shares to gain control of that company. Acquisition is nothing but there's one company which acquires most of the shares of another company. Basically, company A is acquiring company B. That means company is buying most of company's B share. For example, company B has around 100 shares. Let's keep it like that. 100 shares with company B has. Company A buys 51% or more than 51% shares of company B. That means company A starts owning company B. In merging, what was happening is they both get together and form company C here. But here in acquisition, we can see that company A gets together and buys company B's most of the shares and owns it. They acquire it. They buy the company. That is acquisition. So they gain the control of company B. They gain the ownership of the company by buying most of their shares. In types of acquisition, again we have horizontal acquisition, vertical acquisition, concentric acquisition, and conglomerate acquisition. It's similar to merging. Same way, horizontal acquisition is acquiring a company which is of the same product line. If I'm company A and I'm dealing with FMCG, I acquire another company which is also dealing FMCG products. In vertical acquisition, what happens? I am a company which owns FMCG products, whereas another company is there. They deal again with FMCG, but both the supply chain managers were different. So that becomes vertical acquisition. In concentric acquisition, what happens? I am a company which deals with FMCG, whereas there's another company called Company B, which deals with cosmetic products. And I acquire this company so that I can expand my product line. I can also deal with FMCG and cosmetics. So I have two different product lines which I'm dealing with. That is concentric acquisition. In conglomerate acquisition, what happens? I am a company which provides a different service. There's another company which deals with a different service which provides to the customers. I acquire this company so that I can merge my uh, what I produce with this company so that we produce it together and give the service together to the customers. Okay, examples of acquisition. Walmart acquisition of Flipkart. We all know Walmart, an American-based company, acquired Flipkart, which is an Indian-based company. Tata Motors acquired Jaguar Land Rover. So this is another famous acquisition. Now let's get to know what is mergers and acquisition and the difference between both. Merging of two organizations into one. There are two organizations, you merge it together into one single organization. Whereas in acquisition, buying one organization by another. One company buys another company and takes it away. That is acquisition. In merging, it's mutual decision. Company A agrees and company B agrees. They get into a contract mutually. Both of them want to merge it. Only when both of them want to enter into the contract, merger takes place. Whereas in acquisition, it can be friendly takeover or an actional takeover. It can be friendly. I can tell company B, I want to take over a company, and company B agrees to it, and mutually we get into it. Or it can also be I can forcefully buy their shares. If I have money, I can show that power. If I am a big company, if I have power, I can acquire this company forcefully as well. It depends on your financial capacity of your company. Third difference, merger is expensive than acquisition, whereas acquisition is less expensive than merger. In merger, what happens? There are higher legal fees because you're getting into making a new company itself. So it is more expensive procedure than acquisition. Acquisition is less expensive was because you just buy the company shares and partially you already own it. You don't have any much legal charges comparatively to merger. Through merger, shareholders can get their net worth. Shareholders can increase their net worth through mergers. It increases because two companies are coming together and forming a new company, so their net worth can increase. Whereas buyers cannot raise enough capital. Whereas in acquisition, the buyers cannot raise enough capital. They can't increase their capital. The fifth difference is it is time consuming and the company has to maintain so much legal issues. It's a slow process. It takes time. Firstly, you should get into a contract, you should be mutual, you should talk about the contract dealings, who will have the most share, who will have less shares, all that legal procedures. It's a legal issue. There's so much complication in merging. Whereas in acquisition, it is faster and easier transaction. You like this company, you want to buy this company, then purchase the company share and you own it. It's a much faster and simpler process comparatively to merger. In the sixth difference is dilution of ownership occurs in merger. In merger, what happens? The dilution of ownership occurs. Now, I'm company A, I own 100% of my shares, and your company B, you own 100% of your shares. You get together and form type C. where it becomes 50% of your share, 50% of your share. You can't own 100 in merger. You had 100, but now it's becoming 50. You had 100, now it's becoming 50 because you're forming a new company. Whereas in acquisition, the acquirer does not experience the dilution of ownership. If I'm a company owning another company called Company B, I don't have any effect on my company. I completely 100% own my company. There's no dilution of my ownership. The acquirer doesn't experience any dilution of ownership. That's the major differences. Now let's go ahead. Reasons for mergers and acquisitions. First reason could be industry consolidation. Tactical move that enables a company to range into a strong operational industry position. So when I'm company A and I'm only dealing with few products or even in FMCG, there's a various product line. So when I acquire another company, my power increases. I get more power. I can even lead the market in that particular segment. So that is one of the major reasons. You are expanding your business when you're doing merger or acquisition. You're expanding your business. If you had one organization, you're now dealing with a bigger organization or many organizations. That is one of the major reasons. That is industry consolidation. The second, the second one is improve competitive position. So it reduces competition and allows the combined firm to use its resources from equally effectively. What happens? See, your company A, and you would have had your resources, right? Your own farmers or your own human resources and other different resources. And as company B would have its own other resources. When you get together, when you acquire or when you merge a company, other companies' resources become your resources as well. Now, even in merging as well as acquisition, this occurs. The other company's resources becomes your resources. It becomes your advantages. And again, your competitive is reducing. Your competitor is reducing. If you both your competitors, you were dealing with same products. Now you're acquiring, you're becoming one company or uh, one acquired company. What happens is the competition reduces. You don't need to fight regarding it. You don't need to fight with another company because that company is your company now. So your competitor is reducing. That is again an advantage. That is improve competitive position. This is one of the major reasons why companies acquire or merge together. Third reason is defensive move. Attractive tactical move in any economic environment, particularly in a cyclic downturn, where a merger can be stronger a defensive move. So the third major reason for merging and acquisition is it's a defensive move. It's a tactical move in any economic environment. In your tactical, you're defensive in the economic environment, especially when there's a cyclical downturn where the merger can be a strong defensive move. When in the economic environment, you can see there's a cyclical downturn. So it's a tactical or a defensive move so that you can merge with others, you can collide with others. It's a tactical decision. So that's a third important reason. Fourth one, synergies. Allowing two companies to work more effectively towards either separately. See, they can either work together or either work separately. Okay, but they have to work more effectively. It helps you, right? That is synergies. Market business, or product line issues. Whether the market is a new product, a business line, or a geographical region, market entry or expansion is powerful reasons for a merger. Only like when you merge or acquisition, it's a very powerful and the expansion of you expand your market, you expand your business line, you expand your product line. It's very effective. And there's more things. You expand your supply chain. You see if you're dealing with the same products, you have less competitors and you expand your market. And if you are doing vertical merging or acquisition, you can see that you're expanding your geographical region because you're supplying to various other territories which you have earlier not supplied to. And if you're doing into a conglomerate or other merging, you can see that you are expanding your market. So it's one of the most important reasons you're expanding your business into a wide range, which you couldn't do as a single company. Since you're acquiring or merging, your options have been expanded. Fifth, the other reason for acquisition and merger is acquire resources and skills. To obtain access to the resources of another company or to combine the resources of two companies. Two companies, there again, as I earlier said, two companies have various other resources. They get together and they can use the resources of this company and this company and they can get together. to obtain access to the resources of another company or to combine the resources of the two companies. It's one of the most reasons. See, I couldn't afford to buy this resource, but company B has that resource. So if I get together, I can use that resource. I can take advantage of it. So this is one of the most important reasons for merger and acquisition. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like the session. Thank you. Have a nice day.